What's up, Super Players? It's your homie C-Rod, and today we got Trunks Super Saiyan 2 Envoy of Justice deck profile. If you're a Trunks fan, you definitely want to stay tuned for this one. Because Trunks is no joke, a very unique leader that works around manipulating your life, taking your life to play out Goku's and Vegeta's in your energy zone, and then eventually bring out the ultimate beast Vegeta that will ultimately just obliterate your opponent with the final Kamehameha. So let's start off with Trunks the leader. What does Trunks do? Well, Trunks has a very unique permanent that when you would lose a life, you're able to reveal that card and then add it to your hand. This is key to avoid critical attacks. He also has the basic auto of when he attacks, he draws, and a basic awakening ability that when your life is at 4 or less, you may flip this card over, draw one card, and switch one of your energies to active mode. Then he becomes Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, Envoy of Justice, and he still has the same permanent effect that whenever you would lose a life during your opponent's turn, you may reveal it to add it to your hand instead. An auto that when he attacks, he draws a card, but a very unique activate main ability that once per turn for 2 energies, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, place it at the bottom of the owner's deck, and then at the end of your turn, you're able to get one of your energies to active mode, allowing you to remove detrimental battle cards your opponent played out. First things first, I'm going to be talking about Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, Blaze of Passion, and the Goku card, because this Vegeta is the Vegeta card that works very well with this Trunks deck, and it's honestly the whole point of the deck. We're going to be running 4 of these Vegetas because of its permanent ability that when this card would be taken from your life during your opponent's turn from a hit, you're able to reveal it and then place it in your energy in rest mode, then you're able to draw a card. And this is key to get extra energy from our life, and we're going to be able to use that energy for 1 turn because he also has an auto that at the end of your next turn, after you place this card in your energy with this skill, if this card is in your energy, place it in the drop area. So we're going to be running 4 of these Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku cards because you definitely want to take this card from your life to place it in your energy and have an extra energy for 1 turn, because at the end of the turn it does go to the drop area. A very important card to the deck happens to be Supreme Kai of Time, Unison of History, because this card is going to allow us to put the Gokus and Vegetas into our life, so when we take a life during our opponent's turn, we're guaranteed to hit the Goku and Vegeta, so we have extra energy for a turn, and then we're going to be able to eventually bring out Vegeta to obliterate our opponent. So the Unison card has 2 activate mains. One activate main gives us an extra marker that says add 1 card from your life to your hand, then choose 1 card from your hand and place it in your life. That right there is honestly the whole point of the deck, to get the Gokus and Vegetas in our life. Another activate main that if your leader is blue, you may add 1 card from your life to your hand, and then at the end of the turn switch up to 1 of your mono blue energies to active mode, allowing us to self-awaken and have an energy for last resort defense. We're definitely going to be running Son Goku, Warrior that crafts time, 3 of these because it's a 1-drop Goku that could be on the field that's going to allow us to obviously Union Patora into Vegeta, and it has a very unique auto that when your opponent does not deal damage to you that turn, you're able to bounce this card from the field to your hand and then play out the Hope of Victory Goku from your hand, which is a 20k battle card. And another auto that if this card is removed from the battle area by a skill and you happen to have a Super Saiyan Blue Hope of Victory in your hand, you're able to place it in your energy as well. This guy overall is just a 1-drop Goku that can help you turn into Vegeta, get an extra energy, or bring out a body on board. This is a very necessary card in my opinion. We're also going to be adding 3 Vegeta Savior of the Future because it's a 1-drop Vegeta that allows you to attack and then take a life to grant this guy a double strike and a 10k boost power, making it a 15k double strike to your opponent if you really need to go for game like that or deal extra damage. Menschen Magic. What this card does is it negates an attack and restands 2 of your blue energies, which is very good to defend our Unison card because Unison cards do not have defensive steps, so this card is very key to the deck. Obviously, 4 Senzu Beans, which is one of the best extra cards in Dragon Ball Super card game, which allows you to give 5k boost to a card on the field and restand 2 of your energies. Awesome card right here. Then, one of the most necessary cards in this deck happen to be Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Heroic Warrior. The reason we want to run 3 in this deck is because if our leader is blue and a Saiyan card, which it is, this card gains critical, so it's a 2-drop 15k critical that has a very unique auto. When this card is KO'd, you're able to draw 1 card and then add up to 1 of your blue Unison cards with a specified cost of 2 from your drop area to your hand, which is going to be the Supreme Kai, which is the whole point of the deck. We're going to be running 3 of the Vegeta Warrior that cross time. This card is a counter attack that negates an attack and plays itself, which is very good to have a Vegeta on the field to fuse into Vegito. And also a permanent that during your opponent's turn, if your leader is Blue Trunks Future, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2, making it a 1-drop negate 15k body on field. A must-run card in any deck that runs blue Unison cards happens to be Super Saiyan Trunks God Sealing Technique. This card is honestly one of the most broken cards that has came out. We're going to be running 4 of these because this card has a counterplay skill that if you own a Unison card with 2 markers on the field, you're able to activate this card without paying any energy, and what this card does is you're able to discard it to force your opponent to bounce a card back to their hand instead of being played, or if you choose not to go that route, you're able to get this body on board, which is a 15k attack. We have a finisher of the deck, which happens to be the Super Saiyan 2 Trunks for a brighter future. It has a permanent that if you happen to own a blue Unison card on the field, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2, making it a 2-drop that also has a very powerful auto that at the end of your opponent's next turn, you're able to draw a card, so if he survives, he's going to draw you a pretty hefty hand, and an activate battle that could go for a game that once per turn, you're able to use 2 blue energies, give this guy a 10k boost power and triple strike, allowing you to finish the job. A very key card to this deck happens to be our super combo, Zeno Edge of Space, which obviously we're going to be running 4 of. It has a very unique auto that if your leader is blue and your life is at 5 or less, and it's your opponent's turn, when this card is used in the combo, you may add up to 1 of your energies to your hand, and if you do, place 1 card from your hand in your energy. This is key because if we lose a life during our opponent's turn and we hit a Vegeta or Goku, we're able to switch that Goku for another card in our hand, which is very key to stay at a healthy energy. Then a must-run Goku card for any blue deck happens to be Ultra Instinct Son Goku, the Unstoppable. This card pretty much stops your opponent from doing any big boss play because it has a counter play or a counter attack, and this card's skill cannot be negated. When you play this card, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and return it to the owner's hand, and then you're able to draw 1 card if you used it during your opponent's turn. We are running 2 of these Ultra Instinct Gokus to prevent our opponent from killing us with a boss card. We're going to be running 3 Vegito Infinite Radiance. This card has Deflect, Barrier, and Unipatora. If you happen to have a blue Goku and a blue Vegeta on the field, you can fuse them and place this card over it to eventually allow us to bring out the final Kamehameha Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. He also has a very unique permanent that if you have 4 or more energies, you can choose battle cards in your energy when choosing cards to Unipatora with this effect. This is key because we're going to be getting Gokus and Vegetas onto our energy, and then hopefully we can use those Goku and Vegetas that we take from our life to our energy to bring out this Vegito for relatively cheap. This is what Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, the finisher of the deck, does. He has an auto that when this card is played or attacks, your opponent chooses 2 cards in their hand and places it at the bottom of their deck, which is very useful because this guy is very hard to remove and he's a triple striker, and it's gonna completely destroy your opponent's hand, and that is how we're gonna finish the job. And this is the deck profile. Hopefully you guys like it. Hit me a like if you like this video, subscribe if you are new here, and as you guys are seeing, this is what we got. Supposedly it costs 152 bucks, but I doubt it. Results vary depending on when you're watching this video. Hopefully you like it. Subscribe if you are new here. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this Trunks future deck. And like we always say, y'all stay super.